Hello, everybody. The world has thousands of different ethnic groups living together, and each ethnic group has its own characteristics. But one of the ethnic groups with the most unique and famous cultural features is the Eskimo. They have long been known by the world for their strong vitality and endurance. They are known as the best cold-tolerant people on the planet. The reason is because the Eskimos have a history of development associated with the coldest and harshest areas in the world, especially in a land with an extreme climate like the Arctic, and they are considered the owners of this area. In addition, Eskimos are also famous for their rich culture and strange customs, but equally interesting. Today, we will discover interesting things about this tribe. The Eskimos represent one of the unique and culturally rich indigenous ethnic groups in Arctic. Their lives are dominated by a cold and harsh environment, but also reflect flexibility and creativity in adapting to these extreme conditions. Eskimos mainly live in the Arctic region of Alaska, Canada, and Greenland. The climate is tropical, with cold winters can be below 50 degrees Celsius. This is a harsh environment with snow and sea ice. However, with intelligence and patience, they have developed the skills to survive and even develop a culture with full of unique traditions and customs. Here, they have developed many skills and made tools from nature to serve their daily lives. To escape the harsh cold, they built many round tents made from ice blocks. Building such a house usually takes only a few hours, and they are connected to each other through tunnels to connect the tribal families. Because they cannot grow crops, their main food sources are cod, salmon, seals, reindeer, and some cold birds. In particular, the men of this tribe only use rudimentary weapons such as spears, hooks, javelins, and bows. Were able to hunt both whales and polar bears. Eskimo clothes are made of leather and fur. They all wear the same simple and almost identical outfits. It was a long coat with a very thick and warm hood. The land in the Arctic is vast, but not everywhere can live. People here mainly travel by dog sleds, while in the water, people use kayaks. The Eskimo dog breed is very resilient and has good endurance. In the cold, a pack of 10 dogs able to pull a wagon full goods and move non-stop over a distance of 30 kilometers. They live in harmony with nature. Eskimos has a deep belief in supernatural phenomena and considers everything have a soul. They believe in magic that can protect them and their loved ones. In some Eskimo communities, they believe shamans can control spirits and communicate with the afterlife, so that the shamans will tell them how to fight against the evil forces and avoid the dangers in life. One of the important spirits in the Eskimo culture, the goddess Sedna, is considered the ruler of the sea and the underworld. According to some statistics, the current population of Eskimos worldwide, about 3 million. Many people will ask, why do Eskimos still choose to live around the Arctic? Why don't they migrate to places with better conditions? Perhaps the most convincing reason was that they are familiar with the land. For the world, the Arctic is a harsh region, but for Eskimos, it's not a barrier to survival. Conversely, it's an opportunity for them to develop their own culture. Spent many generations here, they have been fully equipped experience to adapt in this environment. Sometimes, Eskimos are more knowledgeable about the Arctic than researchers and explorers. The Arctic Council itself has acknowledged that traditional and local knowledge is vital to finding solutions to emerging problems in the Arctic. In addition, this harsh land less threatened by humans and food always available from the ocean. Interesting facts about Eskimos. When it comes to kissing, people often think of sweet French kisses. But Eskimo kisses are expressed by rubbing noses together, and it's called kunik in the native language. It's not just about touching each other's noses, but also to feel the other person's scent as they rub their nose against each other's cheeks, forehead, and lips. It was discovered and promoted by Western explorers around the world when they arrived in Arctic lands, especially when directed by Robert J. Flaherty, walking around the North Pole and saw an Eskimo mother rubbing her baby's nose with her nose. Even though it was a strange way of expressing love, but it made him feel sweet. Flaherty decided to record that moment for his famous movie Nanook of the North and called it the Eskimo Kiss. This is also the first film in the world to introduce the lifestyle and culture of the Eskimos. After this movie was released in 1922, the term Eskimo Kiss spread throughout the West and around the world. But many people often misunderstand the true meaning of these kisses. They think that it's a way for Eskimos to kiss each other without their lips freezing in the cold weather. Hollywood cinema also often depicts Eskimo kiss as a form of sexual arousal or expression of romantic intimacy. In fact, this is a traditional expression of the indigenous people of the Arctic and often reserved for family members, especially between mother and child. It symbolizes the warmth of intimacy, rather than the emotions in love. Our world is extremely large, and in every country, there are always strange cultures and customs, which, when you hear about it, you can hardly believe it. The custom of sleeping with strangers of Eskimo women in the region of Siberia is one of them. Today, with the development of modern civilization, many Eskimo communities have abolished this custom. But in some places, the Eskimo woman still kept the custom of sleeping with strangers to show the host's generosity and enthusiasm in case their husbands allowed. According to the people's explanation, this ancient custom is not about sexual desire, but because of the harsh conditions of nature here. Eskimo women are often physically strong, and their strength is superior to that of men. They can also have many children, but not all survive to adulthood. Therefore, women who become pregnant after sleeping with strangers will be celebrated by the whole village. Also, because the living conditions are so harsh, the strict notions about sex also do not affect Eskimo women. They have the notion that women, regardless of their age, social status, or appearance, all deserve love and respect from men. Therefore, a girl has never had sex isn't considered virgin, but simply someone who has never used a man. Also derived from this ideology, the Eskimo community don't care about personal feelings between individuals. Besides, the men of this tribe also have the custom of lending short-term wives. They would allow their wives to hunt with other men, as long as the man asked for help. During the hunt, this woman took on the role of a housewife, and was also the one who met the man's sexual needs. For many people, it's strange, but in some closed communities like Eskimo, it's normal, because sharing a wife is something to cherish, and men also feel proud when their women can bring happiness to others. In the 19th century, the Inuits living in Greenland created a type of underwear. It was called naatsit. It's made by stitching together pieces of sealskin, use fibers from reindeer or whale tendons. Naatsit is often decorated with glass beads along with seal fur. These underwear not only used during intimacy with a partner, but also the only thing that women cover their lower body while indoors in the summer. Although the Danish missionaries of the 19th century tried to convince the Inuits wear European linen underwear to be more comfortable and easy use, but their efforts were unsuccessful, because at that time, women here thought they were not attractive and beautiful like naatsit underwear. Currently, the naatsit underwear of the Inuits has been displayed at the National Museum of Denmark, along with many other animal skin clothes of the Eskimo. Eskimos in North America call special tattoos on their bodies is kakinenit. This is a traditional custom that has been around for a long time and mainly appears in women. From the Eskimos' point of view, the tattoos will help the woman get to a good place and live happily in the afterlife. Without kakinenit, they would be sent to the land of the damnation and have to live forever with the smoke coming out of throats and never raise heads. Eskimo tattoo customs have not changed for millennia. Most women in this ethnic group have tattoos. It's not only an amulet, but it's also aesthetically significant. Men feel attracted to Eskimo girls has tattoos. The tattoos are engraved on the arms, thighs, chest, and also on the face. With unique patterns and intricate lines, tattoos are often drawn for girls before marriage, because it would be difficult for them to find a good partner if they didn't have tattoos. The Eskimo tattoo method is also very special. They used a rope made from fur, heated it over hot coals, and then stretched it under the skin. This procedure will cause pain, but the girls all endure it, because it brings beauty and happiness for their family. This is also the end of the story of the Eskimos, the best cold-tolerant people on the planet. What else do you know about the Eskimos? Share with us. Thank you for watching. If you find it interesting, don't forget to like the video and subscribe. Goodbye and see you in the next sections.